We're back. Like the video, or I don't know if you lose your job. Subscribe, or you break a leg.
So hostile every week. Just so
Good,
hostile.
good. They deserve it because they're not subscribing and liking the video.
I
If
guess if
they
you want to
ever.
keep your job, subscribe and like the video.
Yeah, it's just that easy. It's just that easy. Okay, let's start off raw with a banger. Roman and Jay host an open challenge, and Fraxium answer it. Fraxium put up one hell of a fight, but just can't get the job done. Jay and Roman celebrate in the ring when from behind they're attacked by none other than JD and Carmelo Hayes. They both get hit with low blows and slammed with chairs as the Undisputed Era leave. All right. Theory's backstage when Braun goes up to him and tells him congrats on last week, but he got lucky, and if it comes back to it, it won't happen again. Theory says he looks forward to finding out if that's true. All right. We then get a Stephanie Valcour and Jordan Grace coming to my office, and they ask me about the Money in the Bank qualifiers. I tell them that they start next week, and it just so happens that they're both in the same qualifier match, so only one of them gets to Money in the Bank. Stephanie then goes out for her match tonight against Piper Niven, which she wins. Obviously, Stephanie wins. All right. We get Roman and Jay backstage, icing up after they were attacked. Roman says, "We can't let him get away with that. Usually, we shouldn't reward bad behavior, but given the circumstances, I think we can make an exception." "You thinking what I'm thinking?" Jay replies. "They clearly want a title shot. Let's give it to them. And let's give them hell. Wise man, set it up. How about at Money in the Bank?" "Are you sure about this, my tribal chief? They've got quite the numbers advantage." "Wise man, I know it's your job to provide me with wisdom, but in your time away, I've learned a few things of my own. Trust me on this." Heyman reluctantly leaves to go set up the match. We then get another Julia coming soon promo. Oba Femi versus The Miz. Oba Femi wins. Building them up. We get Gunther in the ring. He grabs a mic, and before he can speak, Black's music hits. Gunther smiles and looks at the ramp, but Ramp doesn't come from the ramp. He comes from the crowd and attacks from behind. Not for long, as Kaiser follows not far behind him and attacks Black. Black is getting double teamed when he manages to run free, bounce off the middle rope, land a moonsault on Kaiser. Black gets back up. Gunther goes to put him in a sleeper. Black gets out of it. He hits a black mass on Gunther. Kaiser gets back up, and he gets hit with a black mass as well. Then Black slowly picks up Gunther with his foot, and he hits another black mass. He leaves the ring. Again, New Catch Republic versus Pretty Deadly. New Catch Republic win. All right. Heyman is about to enter my office when CM Punk walks by and says, "What are you doing?" "Setting up a tag title defense for Roman." "Let me guess, against Undisputed Era." "Yeah. That's not a very smart idea. They got the numbers advantage." Heyman nods and replies, "That's what I said. So he's not listening to his wise men then." "He said it just this one time." "All right, but I got a Money in the Bank qualifier coming up next week. I want you ringside." "Phil, I don't think I can." You don't have to think. You owe me for everything, remember?" "Yeah, I remember." "Good. because I'm going up against LA Knight and I think it was Mox. See you next week, Paul. Heyman has a look of dread written all across him as he knows nothing good will come from this. All right. Undisputed Era locker room. Adam Cole tells Finn, not only did you not take Santos out of the equation, but you also put JD in harm's way again. And for what? Look, you're lucky that they were able to take care of business tonight, or else there would be some major consequences. We'll be fine. I'll beat Santos at Backlash, and then I'll beat whoever is stupid enough to line up against me. You better be right. Remember, we're only as strong as our weakest link. Alright, main event time. Bailey versus Bianca Belair. You know what? Just like all their other matches, Bianca wins and moves on to the finals of the Women's United States Championship tournament, where she will face off against Rhea Ripley. And that's Raw. Less than 7 minutes. Pretty good.
Nice. Feels like a bit of a smaller show to be throwing Bianca and Rhea on.
Huh?
You said Bianca won, right?
Yeah.
Just Backlash feels like a smaller pay per view to put
Oh no,
Bianca
there's gonna
versus
be a Money in the
Ripley.
Bank.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, they already fucking wrestled like 3 times in our universe already, with Rhea winning all of the times.
Gotcha.
They're gonna have some build to this match, and not just gonna not have a build to it.
Welcome to SmackDown. It's the go home show before Backlash. To open the show, we have Charlotte Flair saying she was screwed over last week. She was on pace to win back her women's title before Becky's ego got in the way and caused a DQ. Charlotte demands to see Big E and demands he makes this right. Big E makes his way down to the ring, but before he can get a word out, Becky Lynch's music hits and she makes her way down to the ring. Becky tells Charlotte, "We are not doing this again. We are not starting a let's feel sorry for Charlotte campaign." Charlotte says if Becky didn't stick her nose in her business, then we wouldn't have to start another campaign. Big E tells them to stop and that he has a plan. "Becky, I understand your frustrations with Cora, with her cashing in on you and all. And Charlotte, I understand you're upset about Becky costing you your title match. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a we're going to have Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. Whoever wins gets the title match at Backlash, and that match starts now." We get to Becky versus Charlotte. Towards the end of the match, Becky has Charlotte in the disarm her in the middle of the ring. Charlotte is struggling to get to the ropes when Cora Jade slides in and nails Becky in the back of the head with the women's title. Cora stands over Becky Lynch when Charlotte gets up, clutching her arm and shoves Cora. The two then begin to brawl and trading blows. Becky eventually recovers and gets involved with the brawl. As security is holding them all back, Big E comes out and says, "Fine, I tried to find a solution to this problem, but it seems you three have left me no other choice than to make a match for Backlash. At Backlash, it'll be Cora Jade defending her women's title against Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair." So technically, Becky, being the one struck by Cora, wins the match.
All right.
Uh, Sami Zayn is backstage and interviewed about tonight's main event against Seth Rollins. Sami says last week Rollins confronted him and assumed that he was not taking this seriously. Honestly, it's actually kind of crazy that Seth doesn't think I'm taking this seriously. I was the most decorated world heavyweight champion ever. More title defenses than anybody else, more matches than anybody else. You don't think I want my title back? You don't think I want to be the face of this brand? Seth, let me tell you something. I am more serious about regaining my title than about anything else in my life. Seth, tonight you wanted the serious me? Well, I hope you're truly ready because I don't know if you want that title as much as I do. Kevin Owens comes down to the ring and says, "Last week Braun Breaker decided once again to attack me. Now, Braun, I know you may not be the brightest tool in the tool shed, but did you not see what I did to Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania? That man was a legend. He was my friend, and look what I did to him. What do you think I'm going to do to you?" Braun at Backlash, Chad Gable's music hits, and he comes down to the ring. Gable tells Kevin, "You aren't going to do anything at Backlash because last week our match was abruptly stopped before I could earn my title shot. So I believe I deserve the title shot more than you." Kevin says, "You think you deserve the title shot? Gable, I had earned my title shot before you tried to decide to weasel your way in. You shouldn't even be out here right now. This is between me and Braun." Gable says, "Au contraire, my friend. This is between me and Braun. I never lost last week, so I think I deserve the title shot." Braun Breaker comes out and says, "Let me make this simple for the both of you. I'm in the giving mood, and what a way to start my second reign with the US title than to defeat both of you clowns at Backlash." Kevin says, "Braun, thank you for proving my point, and Gable, I hope you have your affairs in order, because I'm going to Backlash with nothing, and I'll be damned if I walk out the same way." Kevin goes to walk off, but Gable turns him around. Kevin then hits Gable with a stunner and exits the ring. As he hits the floor, Braun has charged in and nails Kevin with a spear. Braun stands tall, holding his title. We then move down to the go to commercial, come back. Ethan Page versus Dominic Mysterio. Ethan Page wins. Ethan Page comes backstage after his win and sees AJ Styles. AJ congratulates him on his win. Ethan thanks him. Ethan says, "As good as the win felt, it would have been better if he had a partner out there with him." AJ says he once again appreciates the offer, but he's still focused on having some single success. Ethan asks what AJ has in mind. AJ tells him that the Money in the Bank qualifiers start soon, so his plan is to qualify for the Money in the Bank, win it, and then get his career back on track. Ethan says, "Okay, just remember, I'm never too far away, if/when you want to start teaming up." We then go over. Seth Rollins is interviewed about what Sammy had to say earlier tonight and their match in the main event. Seth says he is happy that Sammy is at least taking this seriously. He respects Sammy's reign last year with the title as one worthy of being a champion, but that was last year. Seth says this year he is not being held back by the likes of CM Punk. He is free to spread his wings, and tonight is step one of that journey to becoming World Heavyweight Champion. After tonight, it's just me and Drew in that ring. And after that final bell tolls at Backlash, there will be a new World Heavyweight Champion. We then see Karrion Kross in the Final Testament backstage being interviewed about Backlash and the match between AOP and the New Day. Kross says Cross says he is honestly looking forward to the matchup. The New Day are legends in this industry. Many times over, they have won the tag titles, but they have never ran into a team like the Authors of Pain. You see, with the Authors of Pain, there is no heart or soul within them. All they know is destruction. In New Day, you will soon learn what it's like to stand across the ring with them. Cody Rhodes and the New Day then enter the frame, and New Day says that the Authors of Pain don't intimidate them. Like Cross said, they have won many tag titles and have faced all kinds of tag teams. You don't have to you don't make it this far as a tag team if you fear your opponents. Cody then chimes in and says that we have a proposition for you tonight. Ricochet, you better listen up. I was thinking about having a little teaser for Backlash. I was thinking my friends and I take on the Authors of Pain and your newest follower, Ricochet. Cross says, "You really want the New Day to walk into Backlash already knowing they can't compete with the AOP?" And Cody, remind me, didn't you lose to Ricochet the other week? Listen, I don't know if you guys want another loss on your record. New Day chime in and say, "Man, if you're scared, just say so." Cross just laughs and says, "If you want it, then my boys will meet you in the ring. About right now." We head down to the ring for the 3-on-3 tag. Uh, Cody Rhodes and the New Day pick up the win.
Lack excellence.
Damage Control speaks about Dakota and Io's tag match at Backlash. They kind of reiterate what they said last week when Team Bad confronts them. Mercedes says you guys got lucky the other week when you picked up the win, but hey, it doesn't much matter. You guys will probably lose, and we'll step up and finally bring the tag titles back to SmackDown, something this group has failed to do ever since you guys lost the titles. Dakota steps to Mercedes, but Mercedes says she's not here to fight, just letting them know if they somehow pick up the win, then Team Bad will be waiting for them. Team Bad walks off, Dakota is held back. We move on to the main event. Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn. Winner goes to face Drew at Backlash for the World Heavyweight title. They put on a pay-per-view quality match. Towards the end, we see Sammy back up for the Helluva kick. He charges in, but Seth catches him with a super kick. Sammy drops down to his knees before Seth connects with another super kick. Sammy drops face down onto the mat. Seth then backs up, and just as Sammy is starting to pick himself up off the mat, Seth charges in and connects with a curb stomp. Seth then covers Sammy. 1, 2, 3. Seth earns the title shot. After the match, Drew McIntyre stands at the top of the ramp and Seth Rollins yells that the title is his at Backlash.